We've taken a look at the places where not to get your themes and plugins from, but what are the best places to go to if you want to get good, reliable themes and plugins that are going to be supported and written reliably so that they aren't vulnerable to malware? Probably your best starting point is WordPress.org. They have a directory here for both themes and plugins, and everything in here is free. Any themes or plugins that are accepted into these directories are checked thoroughly before they're published in there, and you can be confident that they're going to be free of any malware. If you're looking for themes and plugins on the WordPress directories, I personally found the easiest way to do this is through WordPress itself. It presents the themes and plugins in a far more user-friendly manner. Let's have a look at the themes. So if we click on Add New, you can see here the themes which they have as featured, the themes which are the most popular. There's an option here for the latest themes, and then at the end here you've got this feature filter. If you click on this, then you can apply these filters to say that you want a theme of a particular color, particular layout, certain features that you might want on it. Let's go back and have a look at the popular ones. And if we just click on one of these, you can see here that there's been 86 ratings on this, and it's rated 3.5 stars out of 5, which is not bad. So with the WordPress directory, you can check to see how good other people think a theme actually is before you decide to install it. And of course everything in here is completely free. If you can't afford to pay for a premium theme, then the WordPress directory is somewhere where you can pick up a theme which is guaranteed free of malware and looks pretty good. But of course the downside is that you can't guarantee future support for these themes. People are writing themes and submitting them here, but there's no real sort of promise that they're going to support these in the future. You can go to the page on the WordPress directory for that theme and you can leave comments and stuff like that, but the author's not under any obligation to provide support. So before you pick a theme, I would suggest checking it out in the directory, looking at the feedback, checking out the ratings, and seeing how often the author provides feedback and support for that theme. Because the last thing you want to do is to come here and pick a theme which is, I don't know, hasn't been updated for about a year. And of course the risk is that that's going to leave you vulnerable. So you're not going to pay anything for a theme from here, but you need to make sure, you need to do your own due diligence to make sure it is a theme which is still actively supported. To give you an idea of the sort of thing I mean about doing your own due diligence on the themes that you're looking at, I've gone into the WordPress theme directory on the WordPress.org website, and the theme we were looking at there, iFeature, I've just done a search on that, and you can see here there's a description, there's a tab for support, which is obviously good. And if we look down here at the ratings, it's got 44 5 stars, but it's 5-star reviews, but it's also got 21 1-star, which is not so good. And I tend to look for something where the 5 stars, 4 stars considerably outweigh any 1 stars. I'm not put off by seeing the odd 1-star review, simply because a lot of the time it's just people who don't know how to install something or set something up correctly, and it's generally not a problem with the theme, it's more a problem with their ability to use it. So let's take a look at the support for this theme and click on the support tab, and you can see here that there's people leaving messages here 4 days ago, 2 weeks, etc. We kind of scroll back 7 months ago, 7 months, and what I'm looking at is the ones that have just got one post, because that one post is just the guy who's asking for help. There's no response at all. And if you look at this, it doesn't look very good. Okay, there's some responses here, but there's people here who have, 4 months ago, no reply, 4 months ago, no reply, 3 months, 3 months, 1 month. And on the basis of that, you would say to yourself, well, clearly this company isn't supporting its product. But one thing you've got to be careful of, and let's just go back a page here. One thing you've got to be careful of is a lot of people just don't read. And if you look down here under the description, you'll see here, I mean, admittedly it's buried amongst all the other text and isn't standing out in any way at all, but it does actually say here, please use the official support forum, and it's got the address to it there. I would say if anybody's got something like this, check out that forum, because it doesn't really matter where they're providing support as long as they are providing support. And if you look here, you'll see this is the forum for that particular theme, and they've got their forums are split into two. There's a section for the pro members, the people who are actually paying, and then there's a section for the people who aren't paying. You see their limited support for non-plus members. And basically this is the support area for anybody that's got a theme from WordPress.org. These are the people who aren't paying. And looking down here, you can see for the most part it's a fairly active forum. People are asking questions and seem to be getting answers. So I haven't actually checked any of these yet, but let's just take this one here, for example, from 2 days ago. So somebody, hi, I just purchased this, blah, blah, blah. And there we go. There's the official support staff giving the guy help. So I mean, to me, that looks good. That looks good. So as I say, at first glance, if you were just to go by the way the support area within WordPress.org looks, you wouldn't touch this with a barge pole. But if you check the text under the description there, if you check the text, there is actually an official forum. So make sure you check that out. Just because the support looks bad here, it may be good somewhere else, but you need to find that out. And if they do have another forum, it'll be listed here under the description somewhere. The WordPress directory is a great place to get free themes, but if you're willing to pay some money, then there are plenty of sites out there that offer very reliable and well-supported themes. So I'm not going to sort of come down in preference of any one particular site, but I'll just cover a few of the top ones. There's ithemes.com, for example. I've used their themes before and they're very nice. They come with this builder plugin which allows you to basically just define your layout for any particular page. It does some really slick stuff, really nice. I know there's a lot of things out there now which do something like the visual WYSIWYG design, but this is really, really nice. You know, the good themes, they're well supported, and when you come to any site like this, the thing to really look out for is the support. Do they have a support forum? And you can see there they've got a tab and they've got for support and a support forum, documentation, tutorials, all that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing you're looking for when you get a WordPress theme. Another one I use, Themify, again. Just looking under members, you can see they've got a members area for support forums. StudioPress, again, one of the top places to get themes. And Elegant Themes. All of these companies have been around for a few years and offer great support for the themes. And it's places like this that I would say, you know, they're definitely well worth getting themes from. Now, most of them operate on a sort of a club basis, where the themes themselves will be open source, there'll be GPL licenses with them, and really what you're paying for is the support. So you're kind of committing to paying an annual fee for these. So you might be buying, or think you're buying the theme, but you're not. So in this case, this kind of starts at $79. And you'll get the new themes and you get 1 year of support and updates. But at the end of that year, your themes aren't going to get updated anymore. So you have to realize that you're committing to paying this amount of money every year. I think with Themify, there's a discount on renewals. So you're not necessarily going to be paying that much next year. It'll be less, from what I can remember. And that's the principle behind all of these. So, as I say, don't think of it as you buying a theme for $79. You're buying support and you're buying updates. but at least you're safe in the knowledge that you just keep paying the money each year and they keep providing the support and the updates. To my mind, it's well worth the money for the peace of mind and the security it gives you. So what about plugins? Well, again, similar principles apply. I recommend starting from the WordPress plugin directory and browsing it through your WordPress site. I personally find it far easier to find things this way than if I go straight to wordpress.org and try and browse the directory from there. You've got it split up here: popular, featured, favorites. I haven't got any favorites listed here. If you're in any doubt as to what plugins people are finding good and reliable, then this is probably a good place to look, the popular. I mean, the WordPress SEO by Yoast plugin is excellent. It's one I use on a number of my sites. WordFence, which I've recommended throughout this course. And as I mentioned with themes, what I would suggest doing is, if you find a theme that you're interested in, get more details on it. Let's take a look at the WordPress SEO by Yoast page on wordpress.org. So scrolling down the page, you can see here that he's highlighted the fact that he offers premium support. And he's saying the team does not provide support for the WordPress SEO plugin on the WordPress.org forums. One-on-one email support is available to people who bought the premium plugin. It's got several extra features, so it might be worth your investment. Now, this is one of the issues you might find with the WordPress.org plugins and themes, and that is that when people put their plugins and themes on here, they're offering them free. And you can get thousands, hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of people downloading these and then asking for support. And of course, the guy or the company behind it, he's getting nothing out of that. He's been asked to provide support and he's not being paid. And it could eat up hours, days of his time, all for absolutely nothing. So that is an issue. And while it's important to make sure that there is support there of some sort, don't be too surprised to find that you're kind of being pushed in a direction of the premium product if you want support. Now, the thing to bear in mind is that nobody in their right mind is going to pay for the premium plugin unless the free version works incredibly well and does things that people need. So if you see somebody offering a plugin or theme on here and they're saying that, they don't frequent the support forum on here that much, don't be put off entirely, because if they're offering a premium version of the plugin, then there's a good chance that they are taking that plugin very seriously because they're doing it on a commercial basis. And as such, if they're making money out of it, it's in their interest to keep it updated and well supported. So go through to their website, check it out there. Are they offering decent support on their website? Because they might not be offering it here, but it might be on the website, so that's worth checking out as well. But the key thing is, as with the themes, be very careful of picking up a plugin which doesn't offer any sort of support. Because if a vulnerability is found in it, you've had it.